Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I've got a nice easy one sheet wonder for you today. There's no scoring and there's no measuring. And we're going to make the base of it. It's a little flippy folio. You can see this one's not finished. I've got to at various states of finishedness to help show you what we're going to be doing. Whoop, there you go. I think you might have got a big clue there now. We're just going to cut a piece of 12x12 paper in half and fold it. Yeah. Now I'm using the House of Roses and the Orchids. Is it Orchids? No, it's the Rose Parfum by Stamperia. The two kits that go together lovely. I've got tags and ephemera already cut out for both of them and a few scraps that we're going to use along the way. I've got odd one or two little bits of ephemera, which is what I'll use to decorate it with, but you use anything. This project can be made from any 12x12 paper. Now I've been looking at these and there are some sheets that, where's that one? I've had people say, how do you use those big sheets where they're basically designed as one scrapbook, a 12x12 scrapbook design paper. And I'm thinking they might lend themselves to this project. I've got one that I really like. Oh, here it is. I've put it at bottom. I'm thinking I might try it with that. Yeah, we're going to cut it up and flip and fold it, so we're going to get parts of this big wreath. But I still think it's going to look good. And there's only one way to find out, isn't there? To try it. So let's suck it and see, as they say. Right. These are my first two. You can see one is narrower than the other. One has got a few more side pockets. In fact, the other one doesn't have any side pockets. So it's up to you what you do with it. Firstly, I said just fold it to make your paper look nice. So I'm going to grab my trimmer. So we're going to need one cut. I'm not going to measure where I cut it, but I will measure it afterwards just to tell you, because someone's going to ask. One thing I'm going to do as well, there's a lot of glue down the edge of this sheet of paper. Because it's the last couple in the pack, they always end up with the glue left on them as you cut everything, pull everything else out. So I'm just going to put them in my trimmer and take a tiny sliver off the edge. Just a teeny tiny sliver to get rid of the glue. It's not going to make a difference to this project, so like I said, there's no measuring. But that's literally how much I've lost. Can you see why I love this trimmer? Oh, I've just got rid of the glue and a tiny bit of paper. I can live with that. Yeah. So I'm going to pop this in my trimmer. And oh, my hand cream's falling on me. I'm going to cut it down there somewhere. And I'm going to decide where to cut it by looking what we've got here. Now that says album, and that says roses. I'm thinking if I could cut it somewhere there, between album and roses, I'm not quite sure what I'd get then. I want one piece bigger than the other. Maybe if I did it there. I'm going to do it there. So we've got album and roses, album de roses, and then the perfume bit is on the other one. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I've done it now, and I didn't get the whole roses word on, but I'm not going to cry over it. There's lots and lots of wordage on this, so we're going to be dissecting and, yeah, folding where there are other things. Right, I'm starting to think already about where I'm going to fold it. So if I get this one out that's not got pockets, you can see basically what we've got is the short piece is wrapped around that longer piece, and I start it by folding my longer piece. Right, if I show you the back, there is a pocket. I glue this short piece onto the longer piece and make a pocket. So I want my prettiest side on the outside. I don't want it hiding in that pocket. So that is my big piece. Do I want that on the outside or that? Oh, it's... To be honest, if I put that on the inside for the pocket, it would do away with my problem of having that there, wouldn't it? It would, so that's what I'm going to do. It's going to go that way. Yep, that's sorted. So all I'm going to do now is decide where to fold these. I'm wanting to fold it on those creases, but I don't know. And I'm thinking I may need a pocket. I don't know. I'm going to start, bite the bullet. I'm going to fold that there, down edge of that bit. So that is going to be, grab this back, that is now that piece. Can you see it's a different size, but it doesn't matter. Everyone's going to be different. I've then got to decide if I want to put any kind of pocket on that edge before I come folding that over. That is looking, I could cut that off and put it somewhere as a belly band, or I could fold that and make a pocket. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I want to fold that just short of that word, and then I've got a nice little side pocket. I'm just checking that the top and the bottom is lined up as well as it can be. As we know, not all 12x12 paper is completely square, so that's that. I like that. And then I'm going to come in and fold this over. So this is looking like I'm going to end up with a pretty narrow one, because I want that to come over there. Yeah, that looks good to me. So that is going to be my centre part. If I take this other centre part out, can you see it's the same principle, but it's a different size. The pockets are different sizes and everything. But like I say, it's that one same principle. Now take the shorter side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap that around this longer piece. So I'm going to have a look on the back, see what I'm left with. Now, do I want that on the inside? So it looks like that. And we'll get that on the front. That on the front? I don't know. Oh, that might look good, that rose there with that. What would our other option be if that ended up being the front piece? Oh, that would look good too, wouldn't it? I think I'm going to have this on the outside. So we'll get all that when we open it up. Yes. And I want a full piece to go across there. I'm not going to put any pocket on that. I'm going to leave that as is. Oh, could I? oh yeah, I'm going to make a pocket, because I'm now looking, if I have more of that coming over, I get more of the flowers. Yeah, I'm going to crease that there and fold a little side pocket, because I can. Yeah, again, checking the top and the bottom line up. I'm liking that. Oh yeah, I like that better. And I don't want it to come all the way to the edge, just nearly to the edge. So that's that. And I'm just going to then crease that back piece. Yeah, that looks good. I'll just move that out of the way while I line my top and bottom up. The bottom's more important, to be honest, than the top, because that's going to be on front, that's going to be on back. So if they're slightly different, line the one up that you're going to see. So that will tuck in there now. And then this, I'm just going to bring that around. So I'm just using my fingers to move it up. So that's going to be like that. That's going to be like that. Ooh, I like that. I really do like that. So that is that huge pattern. I hope you'll agree that it looks quite nice now. I'm quite happy with it. Even at this point, if you want to change your mind, you can turn that around, fold it like so, and decide if you want to change your mind. That would still look good like that. The back, I don't know if that back might look even better. Oh, I don't know now. I don't really know. No, I'm going to stick with first way I had it. Stick with your first way, woman. Now, we're going to do a bit of gluing. I've not used my bone folder. You can come in and use that later if you want. Now, what I want to do is I want to glue this piece to that piece. Now, I can't see those folds. So if I just fold them back like so, there we go. You can now see that's the inside of the back pocket. I'll glue that on. So I want to put glue down there, along there and up there. If you're going to put a thumb notch in, do it now. I think I will do on this one. So I'm going to come in and do a thumb notch. This is my 1 1/4 inch punch, not that that matters. There we go. I'll just grab whichever one's to hand. So I'm going to grab art glitter glue, and I'm going to put glue down each side and along the bottom. So I'll hold it there. Even now I still put my fingers on the side that I'm not going to glue. I don't want to be too generous with it. I want to get a nice thin bead along the edge. That'll give us maximum room inside our pocket. I went a little bit too stingy on a few places though. There we go. Now before I glue them, I'm just going to fold that back out. I'm just going to place that in there. Make sure everything's facing the right way up. I've got it where I want it, so then I can use those sides to help line that up. Can you see? That should now fit perfectly. The bottom's lined up. It looks good. Open them up now and just make sure I've not got glue squidging out. If I have, I'll wipe it away. So I really like that. Yeah. So let's fold it up and let's bring my others back in and see how similar they look. Or how different. Well, that ended up being a bit narrower than that one. This one that didn't have any side pockets, I still like it. So we've now got 3 little flippy folios, all made using the same principle, all looking a bit different. So that's the one we're making together, isn't it? Right, so next thing with this, do I want to round corners? Even though that's a pocket, I think I might still round the corners. I do like that look. So I'm going to grab my corner rounder. Did I measure this for you? Did I say we're going to measure it? I'm just going to measure it because I can't remember if I did for you. Yeah, 5 that ended up being, so that's around about 7. But that's just how it ended up. We didn't decide that. Right, I'm going to come in and round these. I'm just going to use my small corner rounder. Just take that offensive corner off because we do not like them. There we go. I'm going to come in and round that corner. Ooh, small. Just checking myself there. And then I'm going to do the same on this one. I keep wanting to go towards that medium one. No, woman. And I'm still going to do that one even though it's a fold. I'm just going to cut it from the other side as well because I don't think I've got it right. Yeah, that's better. And I'm going to come in and do... I've done those. I need to do that bottom one. It's every corner that sticks out. You don't have to do this. And I've got those 2 to do. Oh, I've done top one. Yeah, I think that's them all. The only one I've not done is this at the bottom. That would be going through far too many thicknesses for my poor little corner rounder. Oh, that one needs doing. At the top. Though. There we go. So it's just the straight bottom I've not bothered doing. I like that. They're very thick. I tend to like to round corners because when you've got a corner it's easier to bash it and bend it. When it's rounded it's not so easy. We've got 4 thicknesses of paper there. I think it's pretty well protected because it's nice and sturdy. So we've got this going off. That flips out, that flips, that flips. I like it. I really like it. That, you can do it, that, yeah. Right, let's glue this, but before I glue it I'm going to put another little thumb notch in it. If you're going to ink, now would be your time to ink. You can ink it after, it's more difficult, but you can do it. But I'm not inking today. I might ink the ephemera, or I might just ink the outside. If we're inking for the vintage look, this could have been locked up in someone's desk for years and years, and it's only the outside that looks old because no one ever opened it. I hope that makes sense, just to me. You sit there. Right, where's the other pocket? There it is. And I'm going to pop a thumb notch in there. Let's go that way with it. You could, if you wanted, glue them at middle and have two separate pockets, but I think I want to put just one big long card in it. So do it in middle, woman. You've just said you're not doing that, so why were you going to punch it like that? Lord. Do you know what you're doing? Should you be allowed to craft unsupervised? I don't know. I'm just going to fasten this little side pocket up. Right. If you go along from the middle, it's easy to get a pocket that's not baggy when you're doing these long pockets. Smooth out from the middle, so we're holding that piece of paper quite taut. And then plonk something heavy on it till it's glued. That one ended up a little bit baggy because I didn't do it, but we're not going to. Yeah, that's fine. Right, now for the rest of it, I'm going to be decorating it using some of these journal cards. That's from the House of Roses, but it goes well. I like that. You get these big 12x12 sheets that just cut apart. That's from that collection, I think. Or is it? I'm not sure. You see what I mean? These two collections are so similar and go so well together, you forget. I don't think I want her in. No. Oh, I like that. I like that. And we've got these little ones. Now, some of these can be cut down. If I want to put one there and I find this is a bit wide, I can cut it down. That's glued better, hasn't it? So let's see how... that wouldn't fit in, would it? But I could. Don't fret. I've got some scraps of paper here, lots of them. I do like to use my scraps when I can. I've got far too many scraps. What we got? Ooh, that looks good. Yeah. If we just cut that down on either side, that is going to be the perfect size to go in there. So let's grab my little trimmer. So it's been folded and cut that anyway, so I need to take a bit of that edge off. The height wise is perfect. And I'm just going to take it off to about there. And let's see whether that fits. That will fit perfectly. Yeah. So I'm going to round these corners. Oh, we've got a bit of a folded up bit there. I'll round these corners. I'm just going to do the little one again. This ephemera I think does need inking. Maybe this weren't put in the folio when it were left in that desk drawer for 27,000 years or however long it were there. Grab your inker. Oh, I've got one with dark ink on there. I'm using my walnut stain. It's my old pad, so it's not that juicy and not that dark. When it gets even older, I'll be able to just go out edge things with the pad itself, but I don't trust myself yet. I'd still get far too much ink on. Yeah, that's just... because that already had ink at the top and bottom. Ink at the top, should I say. That looks better now. So that's popped in there for now. So that's that one filled. We've got one here that wants filling. I do have some smaller tags. Oh, there's some smaller journal cards as well. No, that still needs to be something bigger, doesn't it? That's a very wide pocket. So again, what we got in here. This is looking interesting. Oh, look at that. Snap. Ooh. No, I don't want to use that piece. It matches far too well. What else we got? Oh, that looks good. Yeah, I like that. Now, you'd have to back one of those with tea-dyed paper if you wanted to write on the back, which again is something I tend to do afterwards off camera. Although actually, I could do that now for anyone who's not seen anything back with tea-dyed paper. I'm just going to grab a scrap of it now. Here we go. Just to save time, right, because I don't know where my scrap box is of tea dyed paper, although I have a lot. I've just grabbed a full sheet. So I'm just going to grab my glue stick. I think I want that showing. I want that on the front. I'm just going to glue all the way around. If you're sewing, you don't have to be quite as careful, but I'm not sewing this one. I'll put it mainly there where they've just wasted an awful lot of paper there, woman. Could you be any dafter? Grab your long scissors. I think today's a dancing day. My mum used to say, up there for thinking, down there for dancing. So yeah, when I say it's a dancing day, it means brain's just not functioning as it should. But we've just made more scraps, haven't we? I mean, if you're really new to junk journal, you won't have any scraps. So yeah, that's how to make some. Let's see if I can do this before that's completely dry. Yeah, it's a good corner cut of this, letting you do it before it's dry. And I've never had problems with it getting gunked up with glue, and this is not the first time I've used it before my glue's dry, I assure you. I'm just going to ink around that edge. Once I've got everything in my pockets and fitting, then I'll decide where I want to put tabs or whatever. So that can pop in there, quite like that. Now what we're going to do on here, we've got such a big piece there. I think we need, I'm going to do a pocket, a stepped pocket. Yeah, so I'm covering all this lovely paper up now, aren't I? But hey ho, I'm going to do a stepped pocket. So let me grab a piece of paper for that. I did have, look, that is from, is that, yeah, I've had 2 pads of this. So this will be, yeah, this will be from the other pad. Look how much different it is. It's darker. Is it? I'm trying to, yeah, it was from a 12 by 12 pad. I'm going to say I do have an 8 by 8 paper pack of this, but I've not opened it. So yeah, that's from there. That was quite lucky. So I've used part of one of these on something else. So I'm going to make some pockets. Right. Again, I'm not measuring. Can't be bothered to measure today. Take that out. And I just want this to be round about a little bit narrower than my inside page. So that's there. I'm just going to cut it. Now you're going to have to get your bigger trimmer out, woman. Yes, I do have a paper trimmer the right size for any situation. Big chompy one. Oh, that was very violent. I use when I have to. That one's this little one's my favourite one. It's so precise. But I do use that other one a lot. Right, so I've got this piece of paper. Oh, I need to trim a smidgen more off it. I think I'm going to use that back. It matches. Trim a smidge off. There you go. That's it. Then I'm just going to get this and I'm going to cut this up into 3 pieces. I'm going to cut one there above the bird. Yeah, I like that. And then this one I'm going to cut around about there. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to put all 3 pieces together, the tops, and I'm going to come in and punch a thumb notch. If you've got a paper pinch that won't go through 3 sheets at once, just do your best to line it up. Because if you can see, I've got this slightly off centre. Because it's slightly off centre and I've just lined them, they will still all line up and you won't notice it's slightly off centre then. I'm just inking this bit because I think you need to see the definition between the pockets. Which one shall I have at the bottom? I think I want that at the top, the roses in the middle and that there, which is not the order they were in, but that's the order I like them in. So this is the one where I'm going to come in and ink that bottom bit. And I also think I'm going to round the corners, just using my small one. If you're a measuring person, just measure that width. If you're not happy with guessing it like I did and guessing it wrong and having to trim it down, just measure the gap. I'm so over measuring at the minute though, I really am. Right, so that's that. Now I'm just going to pop these on top of each other. Right, I want this piece to come up far enough so that you don't see that gap. So that will be like so. That will be like so. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but I'm going to put this one on first because I'm going to put each one on top of each other. And I'm going to glue just down the sides, not across the bottom, because we're making a stacked pocket. I don't want a huge pocket, so I've not put little gussets on the side. I think this will be well enough. There we go. I'm lifting those up to make sure that it does fit. And you see. Did I put enough glue on bottom? Yes, I did. So that is still fine. Yep. Then did I say that one next or that one? I can't remember. I'm going to do it that way anyway. So I'm going to put this one on next. Or sometimes what I will do, in fact I'll do it now, yeah. I'm going to put this one, attach it to that one. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the top of this bottom pocket. And I'm going to put some glue on the bottom of this pocket. Hopefully they will meet somewhere in the middle. Stand up, glue. So can you see it like that? And there we go. I'll straighten it up by popping it there. That looks straight enough to me. Yeah, that'll be good. Then I can glue those on together. So I can come all the way down that side, along the bottom and along that bottom. I think this is the easiest way to do a stack pocket, where only side gussets. Like I say, I'm using scraps, but if you're new to it and all you've got is one paper pad and you want to choose something else from that pad, use it. I'm not pressing it down because again I'm going to lift these sides up because then it will find its own place. Yeah, that's it. That looks good. Fits nice. Oh, I quite like that now. And inside it I can put some of these journal cards and tags. I've just realised I've got some more of them in here. Are they already inked? Ooh, the corners are already rounded. That's nice and easy. Oh, I like that one. That's pretty. Oh, look at that. I've got some of the ephemera bits. I could use those up front. I want a tall one for that back pocket though. What have we got in here? I don't think I've got any bookmarks left. I did a couple of one-sheet wonders with this collection and used an awful lot of the ephemera that came ready-made in these packs. I've got these two. Let me take that out of plastic so it's not going to reflect. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a nice one. Is that... oh, a bookmark. I like that. Oh, these are quite nice and thick. I think that's meant to be a greeting card, yeah. That's nice. Oh, these are good. I know I didn't want to use her. Oh, I like that. Yeah. One rose says more than a dozen. It really does, doesn't it? I'm now thinking I might want to put that there. Will it fit? Oh, just, yeah. You know how I made that pocket baggy and that one card just wants to keep falling out? Yeah. I'm going to put that there. And then I can move that somewhere else. Will it fit in there? Oh, it's a smidgen too wide. But do you know what? I've got a paper trimmer here. I can sort that out. There we go. It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Whee. Oh, thank you to everyone who's wished my youngest well. She's gone on an Outward Bounds week this week. She's actually really enjoyed herself. She's loving it. And I didn't think she would. So that just shows I know nothing. That can go in there. Let's put that one back in there. Ooh, we like. Oh, I like that. Happy Rose. It looks too light, the one there, doesn't it? Right, what we're going to put on these other pockets. So we've got that pocket sorted. Where's... ah, it's stuck together. Do you know what? That is a bit tight. Is it? No, it isn't. It's that one. I was beginning to worry that I'd stuck this pocket in too near crease, but I haven't. It's fine. So that's that. This is when I'm going to come in with my bone folders. Remember when I said don't bone fold it yet? You can always do that later. There we go. Once we've decided what we're having where. Yeah. That pocket still ended up a bit baggy, didn't it? I'm just going to bone fold that one. There we go. That's looking good. Oh, I like it. It's not too chunky. You can use this and pop it in a pocket in any journal that you're making. Right, what else do we want on it? I think here I might want to put a belly band on. So we did have in this ephemera. Do you know what? For some reason, I don't think she goes with Rustic Collection. I don't know why. I really don't, but she just doesn't go. Now that might go better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down and cut a little bit off top and bottom and turn it into a belly band because I don't like it as a tag. Right, grab the trimmer. You just use and adapt what you've got, don't you? Measuring is not happening. So I'm just going to trim a bit off top and bottom. Let's see. No, I really don't like her. She's not... yeah. I want to trim that off where it says copyright Stamperia. We know it's Stamperia. We don't need that on, do we? No. There we go. Then it's more of a belly band width. and then we can decorate that with some other bits. I still need a little bit more off that bottom. That's better, that's spot on now. Oh, I'll tell you what I could do. I could get one of my paper punches out and punch the sides and make it pretty. Right, I'm going to pause while I get that 2 ticks. And I'm back. I've got these paper punches. I don't know if these are still available, if anyone wants to know what they are. They're Martha Stewart ones. I got those from Amazon. And this one is by X Cut. This is from the range in the UK. It's by Do Crafts. Yeah, they're just... yeah, you can get very similar punches. I think... is it Artemio? They do all these patterns, I'm sure. So I'm just going to use one of these to punch down the sides. I always tend to go for that one. So I think just for a change, I'm going to go for that one. It's Leafy Lace. Leafy Lace. Yeah, go for that. Right. I'm not even bothered whether it's... how it finishes top and bottom. I'm just going to make sure that I put it in the punch at the same point at the start of the pattern for that side, and then when I come and punch the other side, yeah, when I punch the other side, I'm going to have that one on that side at the start of the pattern. That way the pattern will be symmetrical on both sides. You'll see what I mean. Oh, oops, that's falling. So that's that. We then line up that pattern. Let me turn it so I can actually see. Move it along. Don't go one too far, woman. Line up your pattern again. Move it along. Oh, look at that. I'm not going to put it back in punch for that. I'll cut that off by hand. So we then need to move it along this way. If you've never used these, what's that? Is that a piece that punch fell off or something from something else? I know punches are old, but if bits are going to fall off, that's just ridiculous. That could be something from something else, I don't know. I don't really know, Deirdre. Oh, that worked pretty well. I'm just going to grab my scissors and just round that bit off. There we go, I like it. So now I'm going to line this one up, because I started here. I'm going to line that one up there. Go. And you know, it's getting harder to punch that. I'm wondering if it is a bit of this that dropped off. I don't know what's dropped off, if it is though, I really don't. Weird. But honestly, I've had them donkey's years. And I mean donkey's years. Right. We've done it that way, so we need to now go this way. I'm going to turn it round because I find it easier to punch with my right hand. So if you've never used one of these, here's how you use them. They are pretty. Is that enough? Yeah, we've done it. Perfect. And I'll just round that one off like I did other. Oh, I like that. And I'm just going to come in and ink that edge a bit just to give it a bit of definition. So now even if I don't decorate it, it just looks a bit fancier, doesn't it? I'm liking this ink the bits you stick on and just don't bother inking the base. Whee. Right, let's bring the booklet back in. Oh, look at the difference that makes, just shaping that. I really like it. So I'm just going to glue that on top and bottom, then we can pop something behind. Oh, glitter glue. Oh, glitter glue. Crazy woman. Yeah, sometimes I can't speak. Whee. So for all those people who want to know how I make things up as I go along, how I make these up, the first one I make, usually off camera, I make up as I go along like this. And then I work out all the measurements and tell you what they are. But I really don't think it's necessary for this. I'm just going to grab tea ruler. I love my tea ruler. because sometimes my eyes are just not on straight. I mean, I'm not looking for perfection, but I really can't even tell if that's slightly wonky, completely wonky, or fine. It would help if I hooked my teeth. That's fine now. That'll do. You know, with that background being busy, I just didn't have a clue. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. Very pretty. That's annoying me because it's white round edges and it's square. So I'm going to come in around those. I told you this one were quick. The actual base is super quick. Decorating it is as quick as you want to make it. Depends how much stuff you want to put in it, doesn't it? Just give that a little bit of ink. That looks so much better than those square corners and that little bit of white. Well, it weren't white, it was light. A little bit of light sticking out. I like that. Yeah, pretty. So we've got the belly band. This is really annoying me falling out. It's not thick enough. I think I'm going to put a doubled over journal card in there. So I've just made my pockets really baggy. I should have bone folded those first and it would have been easier to stick them down flat. But I didn't. Now that's bone folded, that'll probably stick in better. It does actually. But I've decided I want to move it to there. Because it's perfect. I've also decided I found this and it's already inked. It obviously didn't make the cut for another project. And I want to pop that in there. We could have them both in, I suppose, couldn't we? I suppose we could. Or do I want to put it in there? I mean, I've moved that twice now. No. Can that one go in bottom? No. There we go. Put it there. There we go. Just put it further down so you can see it bird. That'll make you happy, won't it? But I do want that circular one at bottom now instead of that. That's now going to have to go somewhere else. We can perhaps make a pocket on there for it. Or, you know, this piece here. Yeah. I'll make a little pocket to pop it in there. Yeah. In fact, there's no time like the present, is there? Let me bring this handful of ephemera over again. See what we've got. We've got all those journal cards. I really like that. I want to put that somewhere, but it's not going to fit anywhere. I'd have to cut far too much off it to pop it in there. That, no. Could I fold that in half to go in there? Do you know what? I think I can. I think that would be good. Doesn't matter that the writing's on the back. In fact, we could pop it in that way. We could. We can do what we want. It's our journal. Yes, I like that as the front. Bone fold it around the corners. So we've got a nice plain part there for journaling on. Whee. I think that might be today's first wee. Oh, I like that there, yeah. So I'll just come in wrong inker, get the one with the darker ink on, woman. A little bit of ink on that. Are you happy, Phyllis? Hello, Phyllis. I'm inking Phyllis. Hey, our Gert's been quiet today. She's been chiming in all the time. Off camera, which is weird. I've no idea what I've been saying to cause that reaction. Oh, that's that. I like it. Once we've got something fancy on top of these tags, that's going to change the look of that altogether. Oh, that. Well, hey. I can't see for looking sometimes. That is going to go under there because it's so pretty. Oh, that's double-sided, but you have to journal in there, won't you? Not a lot of journaling can happen in there, but some can. Right. I need to straighten this up. We've got a little bit too much green on top there. I'm just going to trim it a bit. I cut these apart very roughly. And that. Because then I'm going to come in with my corner rounder. Yeah, a bit more green off that side. Yeah, That should look good now. I think I'm going to use, I'll try it medium. No, it needs a bit big one. Large. Oh yeah. I think maybe I should have took a bit of green off that bottom. I do like to faff. That's it. I like it. And a bit more ink for Phyllis. Once you put the ink on, you won't know that that green part's not perfect all the way around. I'm over perfection. Oh, I like that there. Right. I'm going to come in and I think I'm going to put some tabs on some of those. So I'm going to grab my tab punch. This is here. How do I unlock it? I'd forget, honestly, I would forget my head if it weren't loose. And I'm going to use some scraps from this paper. Oh, I've got another. Ooh. I've picked that up sideways. Wait till you see it though, look. Voila. We have, oh, I like that. I like how that's got that. I think I cut that out from the front. Yeah. The cover paper from one of the collections. Oh yeah, I'm going to put that on the top there. That looks good. I don't mind if that sticks out the top of the folio. Get some ink on that one. This, I don't know whether I used that punch for that. Did I? Yeah. Because I have got some dies that make this shape as well. But the punch, I'll put the details of where to get the punch from. I got mine from, is it Artemio, that one, is the name on it? No, it's Vasson Creative. Yeah, I got it direct from them in Europe. I know, is it Witchcraft Do You Do? Stock it in Australia. And is it, I'm not sure who stocks it in the USA, but there is someone. Again, I'll put the link in the description. What was scrapbooking.com? No, Scrapbooking With Me going to stock it? I'm not sure. I need to check on that. I like that tab there. Right, these I think I want to put holes in. So I'm going to grab my crocodile. Yeah. Ooh, I've been punching book covers. Grab some eyelets. I get a lot of questions about my eyelets. You need to buy them in the imperial measurements to fit perfectly. 3/16 of an inch for this size. If you're buying them in UK, we buy them in, or Europe, we buy them in millimetres. I'm just looking for one with a bit of colour on. I think I might want that white one. Yeah. Yeah, just for a little bit of... Ooh, come back. Just for a little bit of something. Yeah, and the size, I've had 4mm, 5mm, 4.5mm, and depending on where you're buying from, they all seem to be slightly different. But you can still use this eyelet setter for anything between 4 and 5mm. And I change where I get mine from all the time. I've had them from Amazon, AliExpress. Sometimes I'll treat myself to the Fiskars ones and the We Are Memory Keepers ones that I know are going to fit properly, which is what one of these is. And other times, not. But do you know what? I want 2 holes in this. Because it's looking a bit boring, this little tag, isn't it? That's 2 holes. I'm going to put 2 eyelets in, different colour. What shall we have? I'm going to put these in. Are they gunmetal? I'm not sure. And I'm going to put some little backs on them. Again, for people who want to know how these work. I hope they're the right size backs. Are they? For those eyelets? They might be for some bigger eyelets. Yeah, they look like they'll fit. So you put the eyelet in the front, then you turn it over and drop it. Of course you do, of course you do. You put the little washer on the back like so. Yeah, I don't think they fit with these eyelets, you know, but let's see what happens. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Oh, I can't get that in. Oh. There we go. And squeeze. There you go. And then you get that look on the back. I need to squeeze a little bit harder though. There we go. I didn't quite squash the eyelet. They're good when you're putting them in thinner paper and when you want a nice neat look. So pop that eyelet in. Have I lost that other one already that I put on? Where's it gone? No one can lose things as easily or as quickly as I do, I'm sure. It's a superpower. Yeah, you've got Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and you've got absent-minded Mama. Oh, I've put a silver one on. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it. We like to mix his colours up these days. Squeezy, squeezy. Yeah, a bit harder. I find it harder to know when you've squeezed it enough when you're using one of these washers on back. There we go. It's just, look at it. It's just added a little bit of interest and that looks so much better, doesn't it? Oh my God, somehow I got one of the washers on the front. Oh, we'll leave it. You can't tell. That's weird. How on earth did I do that? I've no idea. Right, I'm going to grab some seam binding to pop in these. So I'm going to pause you again. And here we go. Here's my messy tub of seam binding. I really need to tidy it up. It's just my favourite colours. Right, I've got this pink. I'm pretty sure this is the hot pink. And I'm just going to cut a bit off and tie it through there. Do you know what? I might put string in one of them. So that's going to go through. Yeah, I might put a bit of twine. I've not used much twine lately. Out of sight, out of mind with me, because my twine's stored in a box where I can't see it, whereas I see my seam binding more often. I don't use it. Here we go. It's in a tub down to the side of me. Yeah. I'm going to put that through there. Through there. And then I'm just going to tie it like so. Many ways you could do that. We could tie a big floofy bow on it, but I'm conscious that will add a lot of bulk inside this folio and it might not want to shut properly. So I'm just going to do this. Whee. Also, because that pocket is deeper than my tag, I'm pushing it right in so I can see that bird and the word album. Just going to put that to one side. Yeah, I like that. Go away, blue trim. That's just added a little bit of something something. So that's that. That's that. Oh, we've got that one yet. I want to put a pocket on there with something in. That. Do we do that first, then that, then that, then that? Ooh, do you know what? I don't think I'm going to put seam binding around this one either. I may just fasten it with some kind of clip. Yeah. Right, I'm not going to put anything on there. It's too nice. You can clip something to it. But this one, I want to put a little pocket. Oh, we could make a top tuck. Could we? Yeah, let's make a top tuck instead. Yeah. Right, grab some scraps again, woman. What we got here? Aha, a few more cards left in those scraps. I've got all these little embellishments left. I didn't even realise I had those left. What have we got? Oh, we could put these on the belly band. Back to the belly band again. Could just put a little cluster. Oh, that would be nice. I'll put it at the top because there's less bulk at the top. And that's a petal. Oh, that would be quite nice. What's that? That's just a circle I've cut. I must have been tired last time I put these away, and I've put all these in with the scraps, which is not what I normally do. Oh, look at that. How are they glued together? What's occurred there? Ah, ooh, I like. Right, let me glue this on before we make pocket now, before I change my mind about what I'm doing. I'm going to pop that there. I think this must have been on something and I changed my mind. It's got glue on the back. I'm good at doing that. Should have put your glue in, your pin in, missus. Yeah. You can go there. These are self-adhesive, some of these, but I can't get the backs off to save my life. So I'm not worried that they're going to fall off. Let's try. Don't do that over your project where you glue upside down. That's just craziness. Can I do that one? Oh, no, see? It brings part of the backing off. I don't know why. I think I must have got a defective pack because I've seen other people use them fine. We'll have you going at a different angle. Oh, I like that. So that's like the petals falling. I don't know how to arrange these. Like that. Is this a self-adhesive one? Yeah. I've never had so much trouble with stick-on embellishments in my life. So just glue them on. I think of it like this. If I can't get the backing off, that ain't going nowhere, is it? Like that. I just can't resist, keep trying. I suppose it makes it a bit thinner, doesn't it? Yeah, if I get that off, even if it takes a layer of the embellishment off, it makes it a bit thinner. And if it doesn't, all well and good, we've got stickiness. Now, I think my batch must have been made with the wrong glue, because the glue is sticking to the backing. I had to check the packet and check it, and they are supposed to be self-adhesive. What's that? Yeah, it's doing it again. It's a good tip if you've got thick chipboard embellishments and you want them to be a little bit lower profile though, just peel a layer off. That's that. I like that. Oh, that's pretty. We like. I'm putting all sorts in this now, aren't I? Right, a pocket or a top tuck. Could use that. Yes, I've got far more things in here than I thought I had. Aha. Could that be my top tuck? That could. So that one is definitely not getting its backing peeled off, because it's going to be my tuck. We'd already cut top of that rose off anyway. That's it. And then one of these should tuck in there nicely if I've not put it too far over. Perfume bottle. We don't want the yellow rose in. That looks nice. I'm going to put it in now and risk gluing it where it don't want to be. Is that not glued? Has it touched the glue? I don't think it did. There we go. So that's that. got that there, there. That goes in. We've got that there, and I think I do need something on the front. What though, I don't know. I think we need a pocket. How could I make that go there so that it sticks out of the top but doesn't fall? I'm thinking that. But does that look silly? I really don't know. No, I don't like that there. Well, I suppose we could just have that there. Yeah. I don't know. I can't decide. That tucks over first, doesn't it? I can't decide. I'm thinking it needs a label or something. What have we got here? Were there any labels in this pack? Tell you what, watch this. Let's get the old thing out on the table. We're looking for... Oh, it has got labels. I thought it had. That needs a label. Oh, violets. That's perfect. Ta-da. Yeah, I'm just going to glue that on. There's a little bit of a decoration. Ooh, no I'm not. I'm just going to glue the top and each side. It's now going to become a top tuck. That were a last minute decision, wasn't it? Very last minute decision. Yeah. That's got to look straight. Ooh. Just in nick of time I tried to move that. And yeah, we've got a top tuck now that we can put something in. Ooh. If we cut that down, that will fit in. Some of these narrower anyway. Ooh, I like that. It's just finding those extra little places to pop something into it. Right, I think on the front I'm going to put one of these perfume bottles. Do you know when I said at the beginning I've got a quick one for you? Yeah, the actual making of the book is quick. The decoration, not so quick. Oh, I like that. That just curves nicely around that, doesn't it? I think, yeah, that's a fussy cut one. Blood, sweat and tears went into fussy cutting that. So I think I'll put that on and a little cluster of flowers. I do like these flowers. A yellow rose and a pink rose. Or could you just do one rose and some petals? That there. It's going to look a bit odd that all pink petals came off yellow rose, isn't it? We're going to have to do pink rose, aren't we? Because that'll just look daft. Ooh. That's that. Yeah, but I need some yellow. I need some yellow. Pity there ain't any yellow petals. Yeah, that we just need that bit of yellow down there, don't we? I'll glue this on first. Whee. That looks good. And I really do want a yellow rose. I can't tell which way up some of these roses are supposed to go. Perhaps a yellow rose and maybe a white flower. Or is the white a bit too white? Oh, there's a smaller white flower there. Then maybe a little pink one. Yeah, I like that little cluster. So we want to stick that down first. Peel the back off. Oh, wow! I've actually managed to get back off one. Watch it drop off later. Maybe I'm just too vicious with them, I don't know. No, see? Yeah, I thought that were too good to be true. We had that one facing that way, didn't we? Yeah, that was that. And then we had the... Oh, that's pinky rather than white. I don't know now. No, I like the white. And see if we can get back off that. Yeah, and I'll stick it. No. How many have I stuck on now? About half a dozen, and I've managed to peel backing off one. Yeah, that's not me, is it? That's the stickers. Oh, I like that. I really do. And, you know, I'm going to have to do it, aren't I? Just smush them all over. I'm going to have to just tie some seam binding around because that's what it needs. Oh, the green looks good. That's my favourite colour. I've even got enough of it left. Oh, that looks like I might just have enough. Oh, I've got plenty. Oh, I've got plenty. I've got enough to go around 3. Yeah. If you're going to tuck it into, just tuck it into a journal, you won't need to put this on. But if it's going to be a standalone piece, which it can be, to say gift to someone, I think it just finishes it off, doesn't it? Having this on. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, we didn't put anything in the back pocket. Let's make that one easy. I'm just going to grab one of the large journal cards. Ooh, will it fit? Will it fit? You know, because I made this one skinny. No, but this one, can you see? I wasn't sure about these little... Can you see on the edge? So I'm going to trim that down and then it's going to fit perfectly. Move that. Put lid on your ink. You trash your desk, woman. Your desk is so trashed. That's that. Yeah, I really didn't like them. So I'm quite happy that they're gone. And then I'll just come in with the corner rounder. Just smidging off top because I don't want to get rid of all that little flourish. Yeah, straighten that bottom edge up a bit. I think moral of that story is if you don't like your ephemera, alter it. You can do. I don't think this whole thing was very square. There we go. That sorted that out, didn't it? Whee! That. If we're rounding 3, we've got to round that one. Let's get this back. That should now fit in perfectly. There we go. So that's the back pocket. I've not counted the pockets. I'll put that in description or title. So I really hope you enjoyed that. I've enjoyed making it. So yeah, give it a whirl. It can't go wrong. It may be a different size to the one I've made, but it will be yours and it will be unique to you. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.